A Norwegian journalist tried turning Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Oslo visit into a global democracy trial. But India has responded and responded assertively. The Norwegian journalist asked, why should the world trust India? And the man who was responding to these questions, the man who was answering these questions, MEA Secretary West C.B. George, is one of the senior diplomats. He gave a point-by-point rebuttal on the question itself, why should the world trust India, on the other issues raised by the journalist, human rights, minority. These responses that have come in from C.B. George are now being called one of India's strongest pushback against Western moral framing. Let's take a look at that sequence.
Some of you are from Indian media. You know how many stories appear. We have how many breaking news coming every day in the evening. At least 200 TV channels in Delhi alone, in English language, in Hindi language, and multiple language. People have no understanding of the scale of India. People have no understanding. They read, one or two news reports published by some godforsaken, ignorant NGOs, and then come and ask questions. Don't worry about it. We are proud to be a democracy. We are a democracy. We hear a lot of people asking questions about why this, why that. But let me tell you this. We are 1/6 of the total population of the world, but not 1/6 of the problems of the world. We have a constitution which guarantees the rights of the people, fundamental rights of the people.
Now, what started as a diplomatic meeting, what started as the Prime Minister's visit after over 4 decades and conversations around green energy, on AI, on strategic cooperation and partnership between both the countries, suddenly exploded into an international flashpoint. Now, the opposition here back home seem to be celebrating that moment which has gone viral when the Prime Ministers of both the countries, after their joint briefing, were leaving the area, were leaving the stage. That's when a Norwegian journalist was heard shouting from the area where the journalist was seated. That particular moment has gone viral. The opposition continuously highlighting that, saying this is fearless journalism, asking why isn't the Prime Minister actually taking questions. Let's take a look at the multiple reactions that are coming in.
India had epics and books. Let me answer the question. Please don't interrupt me. Please don't interrupt me. You ask me a question. Please. This is my press conference. You ask, why should a country trust India? Why should a country trust India? Let me answer that question, please. Let me come back to the COVID which I mentioned. The whole world had suffered from COVID. What did we do? We didn't hide in the cave. We didn't say that we don't help the world. We came out, offering helping hand to the world. That brings trust.
Our Prime Ministers, whether it was Dr. Manmohan Singh, whether it was Mr. Narasimha Rao or Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, had a system of interacting with the media at home and also abroad. And very open interaction with questions were not being fixed in advance, they were not prefixed. So we don't understand this tradition. 12 years the Prime Minister has not addressed a single press conference at home, forget abroad.
I'm a votary of free press. I'm a votary of the fact that the Prime Minister or anybody in responsible position is answerable to the people and the world. You can't hold these positions without being answerable. But as far as our Prime Minister is concerned, Mr. Modi, he's never answered questions. He's never answered them nationally or internationally.
Now, what made the entire controversy even more striking was the stark difference that one noticed. On one hand, you had this controversy after the journalist asked a question, and when that response was being given, you see the argument that takes place between C.B. George and the journalist. On the other hand, there are visuals coming in of how the Prime Minister was honored. On your screens are those visuals, and this is yet another global honor for Prime Minister Narendra Modi, this time in Norway, in Oslo. The diplomatic visit was focused on strategic partnership, but on the other hand, it all then turned out into a flashpoint Political noise followed it. Prime Minister Modi was in Norway for a high-level strategic visit. And there are issues like green energy, shipping, maritime cooperation that everyone was focusing on. During the visit, the Prime Minister was also conferred one of Norway's highest civilian honors, making him the first Indian Prime Minister to receive the distinction.
When we concluded this agreement, we had to ask ourselves, how can we be certain that we can deliver on that? And the best way to find a way forward on that is to look at the trends. Because India's economy is growing, it is becoming more and more knowledgeable. You have a young population, very dynamic economy. So we can expect from the trends and the complementarity of our economies that we can get towards that goal.
All right, moving on now, we're shifting our focus to West Bengal. We have some breaking news coming in as far as the Falta constituency there is concerned. We're given to understand TMC Falta candidate has withdrawn from polls. The TMC candidate Jahangir Khan has withdrawn. That's what we're given to understand. This is what top sources are telling your channel. Remember, the re-polling is going to take place on the 21st of May. According to sources, Jahangir Khan has pulled out of the race from the Falta constituency, and it is indeed a big setback for the TMC in Falta. Let me go across to Ridhita, who's getting us more details. Ridhita, re-polling was ordered given the the discrepancies, the irregularities that were noticed during polling in this constituency. Now, there's big breaking news coming in. We're given to understand that Jahangir Khan has withdrawn from the poll race.
Well, absolutely. Jahangir Khan was also known as the Bahubali of that very area of Diamond Harbour's Falta, where discrepancy happened during the day of voting, after which the Election Commission had to announce for a re-polling, and the date was dated to be 21st. Remember, earlier to this also we have seen the two other parts or states which has gone under re-polling, the other two districts which has gone under re-polling, but no such discrepancy took place as such as Falta, even on the date of re-polling in Diamond Harbour in particular going on. We had seen that how the Hindu women had came out of their houses complaining about Jahangir Khan and his group, Ben, who went out and were actually prorogating them for casting vote to the Trinamool Congress only. So there were charges and allegations that was launched by the women of the area against Jahangir Khan, the very Bahubali of the area, and the TMC strong man of the turf of Abhishek Banerjee, Diamond Harbour, of the area of Falta in Diamond Harbour. Now, as the 21st was said to be the re-polling date, just 2 days ahead of that, we get to understand that the strong man of the Trinamool Congress of the very area of Falta has withdrawn from the re-polling. He has withdrawn from his candidature list, and at this point there is no official statement from the Trinamool Congress as to who is going to contest on behalf of them and what is the next 2 days going to look like, because at this point...
Right, Ridhita, do stay on with us. We have BJP MP Rahul Sinha joining us on the broadcast. राहुल सिन्हा जी, खबर अभी आ रही है कि जहांगीर खान ने विड्रॉ कर लिया है फाल्ता कंस्टिट्यूएंसी से।
जहांगीर खान कोई कैंडिडेट नहीं है, ये एक अपराधी है और एक मासलमैन है। तो ऐसा मासलमैन चुनाव लड़ेंगे और जोर जबरदस्ती जीतेंगे, तो ऐसा ही होते आ रहा है इतना दिन से। जब आप देखा जो मासलमैन का कोई दाम नहीं है, कोई मासलमैन का कोई औचित्य नहीं है, आप देखा जनता का वोट से वो एकदम बुरी तरह से हार जाएंगे। जिन लोगों पर अत्याचार किया उन लोग इस बार बदला लेंगे, तो इसीलिए जनता का भय से उन्होंने इलेक्शन से विड्रॉ कर लिया। और मैं समझता हूं अभिषेक बनर्जी कैसा सारे मस्तान ग्रुप उनका जो क्षेत्र है उसमें बनाया था, ये सबसे बड़ा एक प्रमाण है। इसके लिए अभिषेक बनर्जी को खुलेआम माफी मांगना चाहिए।
तो आप कह रहे हैं कि डर की वजह से जहांगीर खान ने विड्रॉ कर लिया है, हार का डर है? Okay, I think we've lost that line with Rahul Sinha. Let's go back to Ridhita. Ridhita, and the Calcutta High Court in fact had permitted Jahangir Khan to contest repolls. The court has also ordered no coercive action to be taken. And, right after that development, now we're given to understand he's pulled out of the poll race. What else are you picking up from the TMC camp?
Well, Absolutely, as there is no official confirmation from the Trinamool Congress, there is no word given to understanding that this turf was Abhishek Banerjee's turf, the Diamond Harbour turf, where Jahangir Khan has been contesting, and then his era has also been the Dabang era that this person followed, Jahangir Khan followed in this era, had come very prominent in the media. We have earlier seen about the officer Ajay Pal Singh, who was who also became the headlines because of Jahangir Khan, as this over the years intimidation of voting used to be continued by him and his family. Starting from then to now, we see day after day updates about Jahangir Khan, but there has been no words from the Trinamool Congress, especially from Abhishek Banerjee. Today also given to understanding that the Chief Minister of West Bengal, Shubhendu Adhikari, is in Falta, is in the district where he is holding a roadshow for the BJP candidate of the Falta region, and just at that moment we get to understand that the Trinamool Congress candidate has withdrawn from his seat. However, there seems to be no confirmation from the Trinamool Congress coming up. Probably this intimidation that the candidate which was given to the party also, that has also not come up front. But what is the party going to do, and who are they going to make the face for Falta? Just a day is left for the elections, the repolling in the district there. So that is a lookout. What will Trinamool Congress do? Because as of now, no party members.
All right, Ridhita, stay on with us. We also have Riju Datta, political analyst, joining us on the broadcast. Riju Datta, this is what we're given to understand from our sources, that Jahangir Khan has pulled out of the poll race. He has withdrawn. He will not be contesting. BJP says this is because of fear of losing elections. How do you see the situation?
It is not even, I will be very honest about this. It is not about fearing a loss in the election. If he would have contested, he would have lost anyway. But the bottom line is, where is the Trinamool High Command? For the BJP candidate, the Chief Minister of Bengal is personally campaigning. But who is campaigning for Jahangir Khan? There is nobody. There is no support for him. The cadre base is not there. The leadership is not there. What will he do? So I think he has done the right thing. Anyways, he has got multiple FIRs on his name. The High Court has given him a security blanket for a few days. But I'm sure law will take its own course.
All right, Mr. Datta, thank you very much for speaking with us. We have Sukanta Majumdar joining us on the broadcast as well. Thank you very much for giving us your time, Mr. Majumdar. Your first reaction, we just spoke to Riju Datta. He says that Jahangir Khan knew that he was going to lose elections, and it's not just that. The fact is that the High Command also is not visible on ground. What do you assess is happening in the TMC camp at the moment?
Yeah, you know that previously these people, Jahangir Khan and his boss, Abhishek Banerjee, both challenged even the Union of India. I tweet of Abhishek Banerjee himself to challenge the Union of India to come and defeat him in Diamond Harbour. And he challenged there in his tweet, if you have the capacity, beat my Diamond Harbour model. So now what happened, they can tell, I can't tell what happened, because now those people claim themselves as Pushpa, jhukega nahi. Now Pushpa is just becoming a fuss or nothing. And they are just escaping from the battlefield, political battlefield. And I don't know what is the fear, maybe the defeat, huge defeat, because it will unreveal the thing that during the Lok Sabha election, Abhishek Banerjee won this seat with a huge margin, that Diamond Harbour Lok Sabha. And the most important thing, this Falta constituency assembly, he obtained more than 1 lakh lead. Which is unnatural and not logical at all. So now when they will be defeated by the people of Falta, then the Pandora box will open.
Okay.
And the reason will come in front of the people. What are the reasons of that huge margin? I think they are trying to escape from that.
So you're saying they're just trying to run away. Now you spoke about Pushpa. The Chief Minister of West Bengal already has said that Pushpa is going to be his responsibility now. But Diamond Harbour is considered the bastion of Abhishek Banerjee. Do you think Abhishek Banerjee also is not sure about this, since Jahangir Khan is a close aide of Abhishek Banerjee? Many believe that. Do you think this is the High Command telling Jahangir to back off, to withdraw?
No, I don't have such kind of information, but it was quite evident from the campaigning of TMC, both the leadership, either Mamata Banerjee or Abhishek Banerjee, both are totally absent. and no one was there actually to fight the election with their candidate. So maybe this may be a reason. The candidate may, the TMC candidate may speak about that. But the thing is that the fear of revealing the things, the reasons behind the huge margin now will come out in front of the people, in front of the whole country. So now that's why they are escaping. They are running out.
All right, all right. Thank you very much, Mr. Majumdar. That was Union Minister Sukanta Majumdar speaking with us on the development that Jahangir Khan has decided to withdraw now. He won't be contesting the re-polling which is going to happen in Falta constituency. Let me toss over now to a reaction, an old reaction of Jahangir Khan. This is what he said.
একটা অজয় পাল শর্মা উনি একটা পুলিশ অবজারভার, ওনার কোনো এখতিয়ার নেই, ইলেকশন কমিশনের কোনো রুলস নেই যে উনি ডাইরেক্ট সশরীরে উপস্থিত থেকে ধমকানো চমকানোর। উনি নিজেকে বলছে আমি সিংহম। উনি যদি নিজেকে সিংহম মনে করে, আমরাও মনে করি নিজেকে পুষ্পা, ঝুঁকে গানি।
খেলাধুলা শুরু করেছে কিন্তু শেষটা আমরা করব। তাই পিকচার আবি বাকি মেরা দোস্ত সময় শুরু হয়েছে। তোমরা ভাবছো নিজেকে কয়েকটা সিআরপিএফ নিয়ে বড় বড় বাতালা দিচ্ছ, কিন্তু আজকের বঙ্গনগর ১ নম্বর অঞ্চলে মানুষ যদি হেঁটে যায় না, সিআরপিএফ হাওয়ায় উড়ে যাবে।
Now, remember, the Election Commission had ordered repolling in the Falta constituency after the BJP alleged that EVM buttons for its symbol were taped over in several booths, after which, taking note, the Election Commission decided and ordered repolling. Now, we're given to understand that Mr. Jahangir Khan, who said he's Pushpa and, spoke about that famous dialogue from that movie, Pushpa Jhukega Nahi, says that he will withdraw. That's what our sources are saying, that Jahangir Khan won't be contesting the Falta constituency re-polling which is going to take place. Let's move on now. Let's shift our focus to the dowry deaths that have been reported in the country. It's the year 2026 and there's no end to such horror stories. One reported from Bhopal and the other shocker, that was reported from Noida. In Bhopal, Twisha's parents alleged that she was killed because of dowry harassment. Remember, the father has said it is not a suicide, it is being passed off as a case of suicide. It indeed is planned murder. There are several versions now coming to fore. Twisha's mother-in-law has presented an entirely different version where she's accusing Twisha of being a drug addict. As far as the Noida story is concerned, Deepika, the name of the girl is Deepika. Her parents allege that she was tortured by her in-laws, after which she was murdered. As far as the official version or the police's version is concerned, according to them, Deepika jumped off the terrace of her house. Those were the details that came in initially, but then the post-mortem reports have shocked everyone. The details of injury marks on the bodies of Deepika. So on one side is Twisha's family that alleges she was subjected to mental torture and dowry harassment. The case took a dramatic turn after Twisha's mother-in-law, retired Judge Giribala Singh, offered a completely different version of events.
कहीं कुछ कर रहे हैं, हम कौन सा दबाव डालते हैं?
आप पे उम्मीद है न्याय पूरी तरीके से
मुझे तो उम्मीद है निष्पक्ष कहीं कुछ कर रहे हैं, हम कौन सा दबाव डालते हैं?
आप पे उम्मीद है न्याय पूरी तरीके से
मुझे तो उम्मीद है निष्पक्ष कहीं कुछ कर रहे हैं, हम कौन सा दबाव
उम्मीद है न्याय पूरी तरीके से
मुझे तो उम्मीद है निष्पक्ष
Let's now listen into what Twisha's brother had to say.
अभी आपने देखा है कि हमारी मतलब सिस्टर त्रिशा की अभी डेथ हुई है। आप उसे डाउरी डेथ कहें, मर्डर कहें, या जो भी दिल चाहे उसको कह सकते हैं, जब तक ये पूरे चीज़ें बाहर नहीं आ जाती। और भी डाउरी डेथ होती हैं, और भी डेथ होती हैं, बट ये जो डेथ है ये बिल्कुल ही अलग तरह की डेथ है। एक ऐसे इनफिशियल लोगों ने उसको अंजाम दिया है और उसके बाद पूरा प्रशासन, पुलिस विभाग, बाकी सारे लोग भी पूरे के पूरे एक साइड ऐसे हो गए हैं कि जैसे मान लीजिए ये सारा का सारा कानून नाम की कोई चीज़ यहाँ पर नहीं है। और उससे भी बड़ी बात देखिए, जिसका जो डेथ हुई है या मर्डर हुआ है या जो भी हुआ है, उसका जो भाई है वो भारतीय सेना के अंदर एक मेजर है, और उसके बाद मर्डर हुआ है। मर्डर होना एक अलग बात है, लेकिन उसके बाद से जो कुछ भी हो रहा है, मतलब घंटों लग जाते हैं एफआईआर लिखने के लिए। ये संवेदना है इस यूनिफॉर्म वाले अफसर के लिए, जो जब वहां जाता है दुश्मन के सामने कारगिल पे जाता है तो अपनी जान की परवाह नहीं करता, क्योंकि आप सारे लोग आराम से, हम सारे लोग आराम से सो सकें, उसके लिए ये दोबारा पीछे मुड़ के नहीं देखता। और जब इसके ऊपर कोई बात आती है, जब इसकी सिस्टर को ऐसा कर दिया जाता है, तो पूरा का पूरा प्रशासन, पूरे के पूरे लोग, वो सारे के सारे एक तरफ हो जाते हैं। किस लिए? क्योंकि लोग इन्फ्लुएंशियल हैं। किस लिए? क्योंकि लोगों के पास बहुत सारा पैसा है।
So you heard the allegations that have been leveled by Twisha's family. Let me take you through them once again. These are the charges. Twisha was tortured by husband and in-laws. Let's change the plate. Charge number 2, husband demanded dowry and abused her. These are the allegations leveled by Twisha's family. Influential family forced investigation delay. There was a delay because the family holds influence. Twisha was forced to terminate her pregnancy. Another allegation leveled by Twisha's family against the in-laws. The husband, remember, is absconding. Husband and in-laws question Twisha's character. These are the charges that have been leveled against Twisha's in-laws and Twisha's husband, Samarth, who is absconding. With that, a quick break on the broadcast.